Thank you for joining us here at Just Conspiracy, where we are at the Hendersonville Courthouse. Joni Ramo is suing the High Clerk, Tyler Ray, Clerk of Court. It is filed, it is official. Joni Ramo is suing Tyler Ray for such grievances against the law as possibly issuing false judgments to take property away from the public, being derelict in his duty, breaching his fiduciary duty to the public as a public trustee to keep and administrate proper records. My apologies for interrupting this, but I don't have the money to have really good audio equipment to make a good production in front of a courthouse for you. I apologize for that. So I wish to cut in here with good audio, with a good presentation, so that I make sure to get your attention right now. If you care about your rights, if you care about leaving rights to your posterity, it is vitally important and necessary that you pay attention to this and that you talk about it and let people know. Call the courthouse, call the news, call everybody you know, because the alarms should have been going off years ago, like 5 years ago when I got arrested with Joni's dad, Henry, and I told everybody, we gotta stop this right now or it's coming for you. And now, here we are. Here we are. Within 24 hours of Joni suing Tyler Ray, asking the court for performance from his office, Peter Knight took the estate file of her father and sent it to a different county. And within 24 hours after that, Joni put in this notice.
In Court of Justice, Henderson, North Carolina, Joni Ramo seek relief against J. Tyler Ray, Clerk of Superior Court. Notice: Peter Knight's order. Filed August 3rd, 2023. I notice Peter Knight's order. Transfer of 23E576 by way of application from J. Tyler Ray instead of declaration for extraordinary writ. I require J. Tyler Ray and Peter Knight prove J. Tyler Ray's application was filed before my declaration for extraordinary writ, or Peter Knight may excuse himself for cause by appearance bias. After placing order in court record, that court must follow due process of law, or woman acting as judicial officer will be liable for 1,000 ounces of gold, if Peter so wishes. Should Peter recuse himself, I wish declaration for extraordinary writ stay at Henderson County, as clerk's job is purely ministerial and I enjoy using man's own court against him. But I would wish writ execute immediately for all other causes which involve me or my dad. I require 5 days' notice before any evidentiary hearing. Should document of interest possess handwritten timestamp, I require jury to judge fact in controversy in truthfulness of testimony from witnesses. I'm not saying any wrongdoing occurred, but I could see how the appearance of said order, without proof of prudent record-keeping, could undermine public trust and appear to be breach of fiduciary duty. Joni Ramo, August 3rd, 2023.
Now, let me explain to you why this is important. Because Joni is suing Tyler Ray and saying, you're not doing your job. And by Peter Knight sending the order over to another county, what he's saying is Tyler Ray did do his job. He made an application to me, to Peter Knight. Where's the record of that? We can't find any public record where Tyler Ray says, hey, Mr. Peter Knight, hey, court, I got a conflict of interest. In fact, in the order, it doesn't even say what the cause is. It just says for good cause. That's not a good record. There's a lot of questions here. And they're questions that you, as the public, deserve to know the answer to. You deserve to know the answer to this. Because even though they're doing this to Oracle, they're doing this to Joni, and they have been for the past 10 years, they're really doing it to you because they're doing it to the public at large. They are doing it to the public at large. And if you don't care about your rights, you'll lose them. They're already gone. Don't do anything. But if you do care about your rights, I highly suggest that you keep following, you keep sharing, you keep liking, you keep subscribing. Because right now, my subscriptions are negative for the month. I don't know how. Anyways, I hope you stick around and watch the rest of the presentation, even with a bad audio recording. To keep and administrate lawful records, for issuing unlawful orders to have people arrested. Let me just read you some of the relief in which Joni seeks from the court for Tyler Ray's counterfeit practice of law. She wishes to have an inquiry into what happened to an appeal that she filed that never went anywhere, that she had never heard anything about. It was almost like it was not filed at all, and we have video of the clerk saying she would not file it. Having an inquiry into the public's missing documents, into your missing records. You have an interest in this case. This case is affecting your rights. Because when they don't keep true and accurate records, then they can make up whatever truths they want to make up to take your property. And there's a lot of evidence that that has happened multiple times. To have an inquiry into missing documents, pertinent documents that are required by law to maintain an action in law. From this courthouse, they've taken your rights to access law. And if you don't have faith in God's law, then you worship governmental statues. Please join us on Just Conspiracy when we go over this entire document so you can be fully informed on how to uphold and exercise your own rights and participate in making sure that other people's rights are upheld, because you take rights away from one of us, none of us have rights after that. Only privileges till it's politically inconvenient for us to have them. And when you have 200 people in a county of what, 40,000, 50,000? But yeah, you have 200 people that decide the property rights of everybody in that county. And if they say you don't have a right, then you cannot exercise the privilege they granted you before they took that right away. Thank you.
It's good, isn't it? He has this wonderful love affair with being able to verbalize on camera and say succinctly everything that's happening. So Dad always used to say, "You go, John." Even from up there in heaven, I can hear him saying, "You go, John, I'm proud of you. You go, Claudia, I'm proud of you. You go, sons, I'm proud of you."
And you go, Joni, get Tyler Ray for that dereliction of duty.
Yes. Yes, and may we have everything restored back to the trust that was my father's original heart and intention. Thank you all for your help, your prayers, and for showing up and for making calls. Thank you.
Like, I don't want to pay for your services. I don't believe in commercials when it comes to the truth in the Bible. But if you ever need help, for some reason the Lord's put it on my heart to tell you that I could probably shoot you 100 here and there if you ever need. Because I'm supposed to help the church, and you are the church. So that's essentially why I'm contacting you. I've followed a lot of people who've been doing this common law, taking upon themselves to follow the common law, and I seem to only be met with hypocrites, thieves, and liars, which is something I have a problem with because they're running around with the King James Bible teaching it improperly. And if me and you can get on board with each other and we could keep growing this group together, I know you've already got so much going on, and I respect that. I have nothing going on. I feel like I'm dead in the water here, trying to talk to people, trying to wake people up, and nobody's budging. Everybody's quiet. Everybody's got their lips X'd and their eyes sewn shut.
That was in a private video message that I received this past week. An individual trying to get in touch with me to send me money. Somebody who doesn't have any money. Doesn't have any money at all. And I truly understand his position because he's out there ministering to people in a similar way. So I know how difficult it is. And even with that, he says, brother, let me send you some money. I don't believe in commerce, but I believe in tithes. I believe in giving to the church, and you are the church. And that touched my heart. Because that's what I try to tell everybody. That's what I'm trying to explain. And so I called him immediately. Immediately, I called him. See what was going on. And I made a video about our civil value and told everybody, hey, come October, if I'm not making enough money from this, if I'm not making $800 a month, the very, very bare minimum that I require to be able to pursue doing this, to be able to try and bring people law, I'm going to have to quit. I'm going to have to quit. And I told myself back then, I was like, no, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say this. And then I'm going to let it run its course. And because of this video, because of this message, my Creator put it on my heart to say this one more time. So this is the last time I'm going to say it. If people do not value what I am trying to give them for free, show them for free, if people do not value that enough to keep it free, then they don't deserve it. And if it's not free, if this thing called law is not free, if this thing called justice is not free, if it is ever sold in any kind of way, you will always eventually evolve into a society that looks like ours right here. And then into a society of complete despotism. And if we fall into that society here in the United States, here in America, we will never have law back again. You will never have law back again. And this is the only time I'm going to mention it. So let me just say, I really do appreciate you sticking around till the end. And I thank you. And I'm also going to say that if you send some type of donation, get in touch with me. Verify that I got it. Because I have probable cause to believe that I don't receive all the donations I get. And my main reason for this probable cause is that I've never received a donation where somebody has not called me and verified that I received it. Ever. Ever. Do you wish for the other side to present you in this light? Do you wish that they take away your rights and your law, because this is the last case. Henry Rameau's case is the last case. I've been saying it here for years. I'm prosecuting in a higher court. And I'm prosecuting the system itself. And you are the jury on record. You are the jury on record. And if you don't make your verdict heard, if you do not make the verdict heard that my law is better than their statutes, then you do not deserve the law I offer. It's just that simple. And if I am not financed to the point where I can suffer myself, I can suffer my own indigency, but I have the finances to not pay to produce these productions for you, all I'm asking for is that the public sponsors this law remaining free. And if they do not, then they do not deserve it. Because the entire time I have done this, the entire time I have gone down this road, I have never once required payment from somebody for me to tell them the answers of law. It's forbidden by my higher power. Thank you. We are just conspiracy, and we just wish to conspire to bring heaven down to earth. One world, love, and peace.